Howdy folks, TJ here. Look at this swirly craziness going on my MorphOS screen. A little bit different than what you saw the other day, right? The last video we did for MorphOS video number 1, I did a lot of reading. And for some that may not be fun, but I thought laying some groundwork is important for me, for you, to check out and read a bit before you really dive in, because if you just guess on everything for the rest of your experience of going through MorphOS, you're not going to know what's happening. So I thought just kind of giving the website and the Morph Zone website another perusal to kind of get some groundwork going was of importance. But we then left off with, okay, a dock. I don't see one. Oh, it's called a panel. Let's go ahead and set up a panel. So I did that, and then we ended the video. Today I've been tinkering a little bit more offline, and I want to show you what my MorphOS screen looks like today, and we're going to then explore the next subject. And the next subject is, how do we download some more stuff for MorphOS so we can enjoy it? Because number one is, you kind of turn it on, you get familiar with the operating system, you start decorating it yourself, you make things look the way you like. And in fact, if you remember the other day, my blanker is what they call their screensaver, looked like little morphs flying down, kind of like the essence of the old toaster blanker. But this one is a matrix-looking blanker, probably used a lot, but there's a whole bunch of choices that you can make, and you can change them. Today, I want it to be very matrixy. I chose, do you choose the red pill or the blue pill? Hey, that's kind of like MorphOS and AmigaOS. Red and blue. Is that where they got it from? No idea. But anyway, we're going to wake up the screen. Again, AmigaOne X5000. We've got MorphOS running on it as a dual boot system. I haven't booted AmigaOS on this in a number of days, other than to get the original boot screen. I've been going right into MorphOS. The nice thing about the AmigaOne, once you've got dual boot set up, it remembers the last OS you booted into. So unless you want to change it back to AmigaOS, that's when you have to go into the early boot screen. I don't want to. I want to learn about MorphOS, as maybe you do as well. So let's wake up the computer, we'll focus in on the screen, and then we're going to look at some things that I've done, and then I'll show you roughly where they're done, and I learned some things. For example, something as simple as a desktop icon for your hard drive. I moved it to where I wanted it, I rebooted, and it was back where it went. And I go, well, I selected the checkbox for snapshot all, why wouldn't it, automatic, why wouldn't it do it? Well, on those, you have to do it a little bit different, it appears. If you're a guru and it's different, you tell me, but I'll show you what I did. So let's go ahead and wake up. Now that looks a little bit different. Let me focus in on the screen. This looks a little bit more vibrant than that blue desktop that we looked at the other day. This has got a black little appeal to it. Let me focus in on the screen. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, good. So a lot of choices you can select. And you'll notice that on mine, I now have a trash can down in the bottom left. I've got my MorphOS, my MOS or MOS, and then RAM disk and networks. I put those up in the left side. Before they were running horizontal, now they're vertical. And then over here, I've got my first dock. I moved it from here over to here because I prefer since the screen is wider, I prefer to take real estate up on the left and right side. So you don't, because, once you put a big screen on there, you're going to be cutting stuff off down at the bottom. So use the left, use the right, you've got more real estate to play with. And you can leave stuff kind of open. So I've got my dock set up now with two icons. One is Wayfarer, and one is AIRC, or AIM IRC. It's AMIRC. Because I like getting on to IRC channels. Those are the only two I have today. We'll add more as time goes on. I don't know enough about all the different applications that came with MorphOS, but as I explore them, if it feels like I should have it readily available, I'll make it so. And you just drag and drop it on here, and it adds it to your dock. So let's go ahead and click on some things. So let's go up to Settings, down to System. In the blanker, here's all your normal system stuff. And this is kind of where I expect most things to be. But the couple that I played around with was one, Screens. And here is the name of my screen, Ambient. And I can click on Edit. And this is where I selected and I changed some things in both the MorphOS preferences. Oh, there's the phone. I've got to get that. I'm sorry. So hold tight. Let me get that phone and I'll be right back to you. Go figure, a stupid fraud call. Get those all day long. Anyway, you can make these windows bigger or smaller. There's lots of things in here. Now, I initially, since I'm running a 4K TV, an AmigaOne, 2 video cards, getting my video card and graphics to work the way I liked them was a bit of a bear originally. I got that done in 3.18, fortunately, and it carried over to 3.19 because I just did an update. But I've did a lot of tinkering early on. This is the best that I've been able to get it. I've got it on 24-bit true color, 1920 by 1080, and it works good for me, my eyes. I like the size of the icons. Everything looks good in here. But this is one area that you will play with, and there's different skins that you can tinker with. And when I click on Zulu, that's what I was on. If I click on Origo, that's what that looks like. Nox, little too dark for me. I couldn't really quite see those bottom parts of those icons. Nitio or Nitio, Nexio. There's a whole bunch of them. So you can choose what you want. And if you like it, you then click on save to save it. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want to play with any of those things. But in here is where you can tinker with editing your screen. Okay. Then let's go up to settings, ambient, or let's just go to ambient first. Did I not click it? Ambient. There we go. Okay, cool. So backgrounds. This is where I changed the background. The background is a very pretty number. I kind of like that MorphOS butterfly. Well, let me make this window a little smaller so we can show you. Well, you saw it earlier, but look at that. That looks pretty nice, huh? But you can change these. Let me kind of stretch the window out here a little bit. There's Subdivo. And let's see, do I double click on them? Yep, double click. That looks like a big, let me shrink the screen a little bit more. And scroll down so you can kind of get an essence of all these different pretty, I'm calling it wallpapers. Subdivo, Pyro. I came close to choosing this one. This one looks pretty bitchin'. Nox, that's what I ended up going with. Natura, that was nice. Meteo or Meadow, Metallics. Needless to say, there's a whole bunch of selections. I ended up going with Nox. I just like that one. I'm going to hit cancel here later, but icon display, you can do a lot of things in here. So don't be afraid to explore. It's not going to save it unless you click save, but you can tinker. You can even click use to use it, and if you like it, go back into the window and then save it so it doesn't forget it. But you can do things like this one right here, icon glows under mouse. Without that checked, when you put the cursor over these, you may not be seeing that because of the screen distance from you, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a glow, which made it look nice. So I put a check mark in that. I kind of liked it. I also put a check mark in this automatic snapshot. So I didn't have to go in and snapshot various things that I would have to do. I'm kind of used to doing it in AmigaOS, but if I could do it automatically, I prefer it that. So I clicked on automatic and it seems to be remembering most of my things. If for some reason it doesn't remember something in whatever you're in, go up and snapshot it. And so it will remember, because not all places appear to be snapshotted. That's where I get a little confused on where MUI, Magic User Interface, and yes, I knew that. The other somebody posted that in the MorphOS group. I just like being silly because there's a lot of people that are coming into these things fresh and new. What may seem common sense to you may not seem common sense to a user like me. And that's where I think people that are developing can sometimes learn a few things as well. They're the rocket scientists, but sometimes they lose grip with, I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, but I'm adult in some areas, and I don't understand it. To you, it makes perfect sense. To me, it doesn't. So having, again, two places, or all these places that there's preferences, settings, ambient, MUI, GUI, it's too much for me. That's just me personally. Other people, perfectly fine. But anyway, Magic User Interface. And then there's the GUI, which is regular graphic user interface. But you can tinker with all these things. I like this icon glows under mouse. I like automatic snapshot. There's other things in here that you can look into, explore each one. Panels we played with the other day. This is where, when I want to make my next panel, I can add another one and I can call it bottom or whatever I want and put it down there and start adding to it. So do it to whatever your tastes are. And then there's Lister, M-I-M-E, is that mime, Mimi? Window, keyboard, and bookmarks. All sorts of things that over time I will explore. Let's cancel out of this and go to the ambient MUI. And then here is screen again. And you'll see that it looks like just the same one that I was just in a little bit ago. And I don't quite understand if it's here that you do it and it's global there, or there it's global here. Because you've got ambient, which is this whole experience, but then you've got a MUI graphic. See, it gets confusing. And that's where I get confused. And I can read it and comprehend it, but I'll forget it in 2 minutes. So as long as I know that there's multiple places that I may need to go in here and check, I'll do it. But to me, having multiple places where you see the driver Radeon X 1950 with various settings, if it's in more than 2, that's too many. Just too many for me. Because it's in settings, it's in, well, let's see, this is one place, edit screen. This is MUI, and I don't want to harp on that. Anyway, it's in multiple places. So explore these settings, and you can then, you have this. In regular settings, up here is where you can get to your blanker, where you can choose a new blanker, for example. Say you don't like this one and you want, the other one I was thinking was this feathers effect. You can click preview. Ooh, I'm kind of getting dizzy. See, that one looks actually good. This is very haiku-y. Haiku like BOS haiku. That looks pretty damn bitchin'. I was going to go with this and it looks like a tornado wrapping stuff around. But you know what? I kind of, wake up. Okay, there we go. I kind of like the other one, so I don't need to do anything. It's going to, when I reboot, it's going to go back to the other one. I didn't click use. I just wanted to preview it. So there's all these different choices. I like the matrix effect. Preview it again, because that just looks neat-orific, right? And you can wake it up by moving the mouse around a little bit. Oh, I had to click on the mouse button. There we go. Okay, so you've got multiple, so blanker, screens, all these other settings, which we're not going to tinker around with much, because now you've got the gist. You can make a panel. You've got this wonderful desktop experience or ambient. See, it gets a little confusing. I'm going to call it a desktop. That's what I'm used to. If you want to call it whatever you want to call it, you call it that. But this is my desktop. I dig it. I've got my trash can down here. I'm going to be building and adding to my panels. That one I can understand. That one I'll keep calling a panel. That's cool. So anyway, let's close this. And I also like, see how I made this? That was the Zulu. I think this is the Zulu. So you see the status bar up here looks nice and gray and sleek. It looks cool. So that's the one I ended up going with. So play to your heart's content. Now let's go ahead and open Wayfarer. Wayfarer is your web browser of choice and the one that I recommend. I keep seeing that you can probably run OWB on here, but my thought is, why? Maybe there's a particular website that doesn't work right on one where it works on the other, but I don't think so. I think Wayfarer, for most people, that's what they're going to enjoy. And I've got a bookmark up here for MorphOS storage, a web server dedicated to MorphOS users. So download option number 1 is the good old-fashioned. When you download it, it downloads it to a download folder. You then put it where you want it, where the sun don't shine, and you enjoy it, if that's your thing. I do a little adult innuendo as well, so if that's not your thing, maybe my channel's not for you. I like sticking it and just having fun. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm allowed to be a little giddy when I say things like that. So anyway, download. You can download stuff. I can go to games, and that will be the next video. I think the next video I'm gonna download a game from probably here, and then play it together with you. So you get, okay, we've got the desktop looking pretty, we've got a panel, we've got things where we want it, we're going to start downloading, we're going to start building on our Lego system that we call MorphOS. So this is one place you can download. Let's just download something. Let's just download a game today. So what type of games? Editor, did I click on games? I guess I did. Adventure games, sports, strategy, action. Is there any just arcade? Do they have one just called arcade? Shoot 3D, shoot 2D, cards, race, action. I'm guessing action is probably a normal one. Board, role-playing games, demos. You know, maybe I do a demo and you just watch a demo so we can experience downloading something and then watching a demo. But I don't want to do a demo. I want to play a game. Launchers, patches, adventures. I would think there would just be one in here called arcade, but let's click on action. Maybe they put it under the action world. Action. Bugdom? Oh, that looks interesting. I think I've played Bugdom before. Pac-Man. We're going to do Pac-Man just because. Now let's open this a little bit more. I don't want to move it. I want to stretch the window out. Can I get this bigger? Because I want to see the date. This Pac-Man, where's Pac-Man? This goes back to October 13, 2024. Okay, Pac-Man version 1.1. I'm going to click on over here where it says download now. And it says, what do you want to do? You're going to save it. And it's now downloading. Now, when I click on download, I'm not seeing it something pop up saying I'm downloading. Now, in Wayfarer, I haven't explored enough, but is there a download window? Something that shows me the process of the download? I won't search too long, but settings, debug, media, tabs, bookmarks, no, history, view, the downloads. There we go, there's downloads. Okay, it looks like it's successfully done it. And this looks very reminiscent of AmigaOS. And it saved it to the sys : there's another where the stick. Okay, so it's downloaded. I'm happy. We're going to go ahead and close out of this. Now, do you remember where your download folder is, folks? So if you remember, you're going to click on, well, actually, my MorphOS, I think it was where downloads was. Or did I have to go see it in someplace else? I went over here, actually, and clicked on view all files. And there's downloads. I guess I could do it on this one as well and then save it so it remembers it for next time. But I don't mind. Today we won't do that. We'll do that tomorrow. But look, I've got Wormhole. We'll talk about that at a later time. Wormhole is a new program that works on many platforms. AmigaOS, macOS. It's a Hollywood, I believe, type of application, which allows transfer of files from your MorphOS, which I couldn't get it to work yet, over to a Mac, or a Mac to an Amiga OS 4 computer, or over to a Linux computer. You get the drift. It's a wormhole that you can quickly move files from point A to point B on various platforms. I tried it the other day. It's in a beta form, I would consider, and it didn't work. I got an error message about some transparent thing it's not compatible with. So I let the maker of it know, and hopefully they come out with an update that makes it work. Anyway, download. So what did I download? I downloaded, well, didn't I download something? I thought I downloaded Pac-Man. Where's Pac-Man? I could have swore I was. Anyway, that's method number one. Now let's double click it and see what happens. We're doing this together to install it. So let's try Pac-Man. So double click and it brings up Pac-Man. This is probably the official folder. So let me open another instance of this because I'm going to put it in the games folder and we're going to move Pac-Man over. Pac-Man is now there. Okay. Double click. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. Should we read the text file first? SDL2. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but anyway, there's not much in here. Let's just double click on it and see what it does. Pac-Man. You need minimum version 53.17 of SDL2. That's probably what that was saying. You can find the last SDL2 package on morphostorage.net. Okay, so apparently I need something to play this game. That's probably what this text file said. Did it say, thanks a lot for, this is a B-World thing. Wow, that's haiku. Okay, so we'll do that at a later time. The other program I wanted to download, and we'll do this again, it's called Grunge. Grunge, not grunge rock like from Washington State. That when I think of grunge, I think of Washington, Seattle, Portland, that type of area. Anyway, let's go back and go to bookmarks down to the MorphOS storage. And this time we're going to see if it downloads. I could have swore I was in the right place, but maybe I'm just being too zippity quick. We're going to do a search for Grunch, Grunch. And it found one, Grunch 2.18. Now, what worries me a little bit about this, and maybe I should learn about it first before trying to do it, this dates back to 2016. That's getting near 10 years ago. Grunch, from what I understand, is a installer type of program that can go out and keep your versions up to date, and it reaches kind of out to a server, for lack of a better word, saying, what versions of this do I have? Dependencies? Do you have everything? And this is what you need. And you use this interface to download. I don't know if that works with 3.19. No idea. But I heard the word Grunch before, and we're going to go ahead and download it. This is 1 megabyte file, so it shouldn't take forever to download. We're clicking on it, and we're then going to click on download. And we're going to save it. We're going to go up and we're going to view downloads just to watch its process. Download. So it's on 0 bytes right now. It's only 1 megabyte. It's considering it. There we go. It is downloading it. Maybe the other files were just still downloading, and that's why they weren't at the other place yet, and I was being too... I want it now, but I'm just so used to a 1 megabyte file on something else being there. So now it's done. See, there's a little green check mark up there. So now if I close this, it better be here. We'll let MorphOS close this. I should snapshot this window. I don't know why I keep doing this. Show all files. I want to show it all the time. So I'm going to go up and snapshot all. I just want everything to look just like this. Although I want this to be right here. Snapshot all. Okay, downloads. There's Grunch. Okay, it's there. So cool. Double click. There's Grunch. Now, Grunch is that a utility or a tool? You're a tool. Let's move this over here. We've got places for putting stuff. Applications. I don't know where. I'm just going to put it in applications for now. I feel like utilities and tools on the MorphOS side are things that came canned from MorphOS. I'm going to leave those. Anything I download, I'll put in applications. I'm going to put Grunch over here. It's copying. Grunch is here. Let's double click on it. We're going to double click. I'm not going to read me diddle. No, you have to install this. Okay. Double click install. Grunch installation script. Oh, am I going to get in trouble? This script dates back to 2011 from a guy named Guido. Holy moly. Okay, next. We're going to go for it. If this screws everything up, I don't have a backup. It's my fault. Please choose installation. Install. Next. What's it asking me? Where would you like to install Grunch? Right where we got it. Applications. Next. Okay, Grunch, it's installed. It's a donationware. Continue. Okay, it's done. So apparently it's going to be in here now, right? So Grunch, I just put it in applications, double click on it. So I'm going to double click on this. This seems to be the first time you launch Grunch. Of the database files you have been updated, or the database files have been updated. Please note, using this product is at your own risk. I kind of said that a second ago. I could have screwed up, but we're going to click OK. And we're going to go look at Grunch and see if this actually works. So Grunch, you can see, is kind of it almost feels Linuxy. You've got dependencies. I don't know if it's got dependencies, but I don't even know enough about dependencies other than it's dependent on something else to run. That's the way I look at it. But there's stuff on here. Pictures, networking, Grunch. And it's showing, this appears to be my computer and what I've got. So video not installed. So it knows what it's Big Brother. That's what this is. It's Big Brother. It's looking in on me. It's saying I've got not installed this, but do I have anything? Yeah, this is installed. VNC server. So my guess is if there was an update, it would maybe toggle me saying there's an update. But right now it's saying ignore it. Okay. Do I want to install anything? Are there games in here? Or does this only look at what I've got on my computer and it's not a place for me to download new stuff? Game, Code Word, Eat the Whistle. That sounds fun. I want to eat a whistle. It's not installed. It's Moss Games, ignore. So how do you download this? Fatal. Oh God, that's the word fatal. Unable to find. So that may be something else. I don't know. But we're gonna click install. We're gonna install Eat the Whistle and see what it does. Or should I check first? Check. Install. This application, Eat the Whistle, is about to be installed and has the following dependencies. There's that word. Power SDL. If you continue, these applications will be installed too. There you go. So we're going to click. Oh, I don't know is it going to put an older version in here? Power SDL? Oh God. I don't know. Was that the thing that I needed before SDL 2? I'm going to abort the mission. If it needs a dependency, I don't want to do that yet. Okay, Amy Chess. That can't need any dependencies. Do you want to install it? Yes. Not installed. A fatal unknown host. Okay. Amy Chess is not available for download. So I'm running into a conundrum. Is this a new application? Did I grab an old version that's not been updated? It's, like I said, getting near 10 years old. So maybe this is not for me, or maybe there's a newer version. So rather than take any more chances, I've done that enough today. We're going to go explore the word grunch and see if there's a newer version out there, or whether you're supposed to be using it with MorphOS 3.19. So we're going to do a fallback. If you want to download something, don't do it from that yet. You might be in trouble. Instead, go to Wayfarer. You're going to go up to your bookmark. Make sure to bookmark this site because this one seems to work fine. MorphOS storage. You can type in a keyword. You can download a game. And then it asks you that you have a dependency issue, and I'm going to have to go explore that later. Hopefully you learned something today, but here's my current working MorphOS. I think after I get one game working, next step, backup. I need to learn how to back this up, because if I screw something up, I'm in trouble. So you start, day one, you install it, does it work? You kind of peruse it for a while, you see what it's about. Then you come back again, go back and read the instructions, learn how to do a couple things like adding a panel, get familiar with it, and then the next time, like I did today, I got a nice new backdrop, I've got a new cool matrixy blanker, stuff like that, and now I know where to go download something, and I know where maybe I need to do a little bit more exploring about this grunch. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you found this informative, fun, and remember, there's a little adult innuendo in every video I do. Or I swear. I do swear once in a while, too. Thanks for watching. Bye.